Wait, spring it or fall? Which one you doing? Or spring it or winter?
It's springtime. It's springtime. We're right in the middle. When it was warm last week, it wasn't real. I know it. So
Absolutely, absolutely
but
nuts. I saw a video today on Facebook where the guy was taking a photograph of himself. On one part of the photo, he had on a coat.
oh,
And he
I
was
saw
laying in
that.
he was laying in the snow, and then on the other one he had his
The weather in
shoes.
PA be like
Yeah, yeah,
winter at 6 a.m., fall at noon.
yeah,
Who knows?
yeah,
But
absolutely.
that's life on the mountain. We still happy to be here.
Yeah, that's why we here. That's why we here.
Shout out to our producer,
Well, right,
Mr.
yes,
TP.
yes. Big shout out to
Thank you very much.
TP. TP's in the building. Big shout out to him today. And also wanted to make sure that we uh, talk about some things that's going on in the broken nose last couple of weeks, things that's going on. We did have last week, we did have a great in studio guest. We had Dr.
Yes, we did.
James. And we also had last week, we also had another name for
So it's fine.
that.
You got an excuse though. You fasted.
Right, exactly. No, but last week we did have
We did have two good guests.
Right. Yeah, Dr. James, and we had
Look at my reference photo. His name is slipping me.
we had Douglas Media.
Well, who we got
That's what
tonight?
we had Marquise Mo last week from Douglas Media. We had him last
Yes.
week, right? And
Yes.
then we have also had Dr. James.
Yes.
And we got a chance to promote for her. I did some a little bit of promotion in the UTSL state for her. Coming up, they have their event this weekend, the workshop is this weekend, actually for Sisters with Voices. And they're doing that.
Nurses with Voices.
Nurses with Voices.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying Sisters with Voices.
Nurses
There's
with
an SW, Nurses with Voices, yes, absolutely. And also coming up next week, which is next Thursday, on the 28th, we have Panchetta's Kitchen. My friend Francis Fiona should be in the building. She's bringing us some Spanish food.
Yes.
She has the dollars already put in the order.
We love our chefs here.
Yes, absolutely.
Our local chef.
And tonight we were supposed to have Chef Shay from
Oh
Seafood
yeah,
Soul
it's
Place.
one of our longest running
Yes,
sponsors.
still moving and good. She's probably working and she gotta get
We've been busy.
yep, she's probably working because she gotta get ready for this weekend at she's doing a comedy show. Well, actually she works
The resort.
at the resort as a head chef. So she
Which is what we're talking about.
I think it's
Kalahari?
Shawnee this weekend, right?
Shawnee Inn.
Shawnee Inn this weekend. So she's gonna be there cooking and working as usual. So she's probably on her schedule for tonight.
There's another event this weekend at Poconos Park. The
Yes.
Taco Festival
Yeah,
also.
there's a taco festival also this weekend. Poconos Park. One of our friends at the station as well. Big shout out to Chris and Renee just celebrated her birthday the other day. So happy birthday to Renee. Remember they were supposed to come for our couples show previously, but they'll be coming soon because I know Poconos Park is about to get
Ramp up.
fired up.
This is their season, you know. Outside is opening up. So
Super booked and super busy because I actually got a call from them a couple of days ago to do something every day. So I'll be back on the Poconos Park like we did for Halloween and Christmas. So big shout out to Chris and big shout out to Renee. And tonight we have some in-studio guests as well. We have Mr. Craig's Viral. Big shout out to Craig's Viral.
Yo.
Been hanging out with me for the last couple of weeks at the open mic at 1836 Saloon. Been doing a great performance, rocking out a lot of tracks, a lot of music. We're gonna talk about your new project that's coming out. We're gonna talk about some more performances also. And then also we have my brother Jermaine from the BX.
What up, what up?
BX. Personal friend, but family member. I call him like family Amy because he was actually at my wedding. He's been in my house like 15. No, I'm just kidding. We cooked for him and everything. No, I'm just kidding. But one of my brothers in the industry, always passing on good advice, always giving me good advice, always, right there at the right hand. If I need to make a call, I need to talk to a brother that's got his head on his shoulders. That's one of the brothers I definitely
we all
call.
need strong advisors on our team.
Absolutely. And he's here also tonight because we're promoting the event at Shawnee. There's a full comedy weekend that's going on at Shawnee in this Saturday. And I think it starts on Friday night.
Absolutely,
It
Friday
starts
night.
on Friday night, so you'll be able to get a chance to see some of the comedians in the area. I think one of our friends to the show is up there also. What's her name?
Tessa.
Tessa Moon. Yes,
Yeah.
Tessa. She's going to be up there. and she was very funny. She came to.
I love female comics, so
Yes.
it's nice.
She came, and remember the week after, that's when the game members came.
I think I was so we will not talk about that.
Yeah, but she was definitely here.
Okay, I think I was out of town one of them weeks. CG had me on a milk carton one of those weeks.
And she was also at 1836 Saloon, and she opened up for us one night over there. I met Testimony almost about a year and a half ago. I met her doing comedy out here in Pocono. So one of our friends to the show, she'll definitely be here this Friday. I'm going out Friday night. I'm going to hang out for a little while. You know, I don't get out much, but
I'm check my schedule too. That sounds like a time.
Going out this Friday, Saturday night, just to promote the comedy show, and also to support my brother at Genesis. DJ Hot Sauce will be DJing that evening, so I gotta go see Hot Sauce. Make sure I give him a make sure he has some support there at the show. And but for everybody that's tapped in, everybody that's tuned in tonight, welcome to UTS Summit Network. Every Thursday night from 6 until 8 p.m. we rock out right here. Tonight, no music, of course. We just don't rock out with interviews, and we can talk and chop it up. Big shout out to everybody that's tuned in tonight in the sound of my voice. I ran into a person also today who literally came out and said, "We are the sixth borough." I'm like, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? I'm wondering.
It's in the air. Catching on.
Definitely in the air. So,
okay, well, we coined it first.
Somebody's paying attention. Somebody's paying attention.
That's a good sign, actually. I'm glad to hear it.
Absolutely. And I did look at last week's show views, and the views are definitely up.
Everything's up.
Yep, everything is up. And want to give a big shout out to some of our sponsors. Of course, we're going to give a shout out to ECCR Group, Mr. Eugene Campbell. Also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Perfecto. Big shout out to them. Their 360 camera is working still. They'll be coming through and doing a couple of parties and stuff like that. Mrs. Oddities, my sister Jess, big shout out to her. Big shout out to Always Spectacular as well. He actually moved to Florida, but he's still tapping in, doing something in Florida. Big shout out to him. Also, big shout out to Central Soul Plates, of course, 1836 Saloon, and everybody that's supporting us here at the station for the last couple of months and last year.
Yeah, change.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our first guest tonight here in the East Stroudsburg area. He likes to talk about rap and realty. Rap and realty, I should say, not rap and realty, but rap and realty. Our guest tonight, Prince Ryder. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
It's going, man. Appreciate the nice introduction.
Yes, sir.
Mama, we on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Made it.
We made it, but
this is not your first interview. This is like maybe the second podcast interview, but this is like your first interview with DJ.
yeah, this is definitely the first one, but it's only the second one, man. My other one was like not too long ago. But this is the second one. You guys are amazing for having me. You know what I mean?
And originally from
I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. And I was there just running around, not really into music, but I was writing. And then at 20, I got up here to Pocono.
How long ago was that? Because we always ask everybody when you come to the Pocono.
How long you been here?
Yeah, how was the
culture shock? How you doing now?
You know what I'm saying? From New York to here, I wasn't there like, let's say 5 years ago, so I don't know exactly what they've been doing. So 10 years ago, I'm 29 now. 10 years ago was you know what I mean? But it's no police, no crackheads, no chicken heads, you know what I'm saying, up here. So I kind of like it. And other people be like, oh, it's too quiet. This is, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. But I like it, as opposed to not like it.
One of our favorite artists from South Jamaica, Queens, he says sometimes people get money to be recognized and some people get money to get listened. So I guess in this particular case, you decided to get
listen, right. I want to stay in the limelight. As far as what they had going for New York, I was in trouble every week.
Listen, outside Jamaica is one of those areas we get into some trouble. Being from Astoria, Queens, I can definitely attest to that.
My people too. Shout out Astoria. They're my peoples over there, man.
We got some things in common. We're gonna chop it up a little bit later, because I found out some things. I wanted to do a little bit of research. I didn't know it was that close. I always thought, honestly, Chris, your vibe when you first performed at 1836, your vibe came across like a Jersey artist. I don't know why, Maybe.
I don't know what Jersey artists sound
Yeah,
like.
I'm curious about that too. I want to hear what the music sounds
Yeah, I
like.
know
What
one
kinda-
artist from Jersey.
Right.
Shout out Hard Luck, but I don't know.
Right. But I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I just got that out of your vibe. I don't know. Maybe I got it from
What do you think
the
your
vibe
vibe
of
is?
music.
My vibe is more a little older because I don't switch like, all right, New York got the drill sound right now. I kind of
Mhm.
stay with just me having the lyrics and good beats. Like, if you got a good beat, I got the balls too, so I kind of stay in the middle of that. And be like, all right, that's your flow. It ain't really like, oh yeah, he raps like a New York guy because I can make a song sound like I'm from Baltimore,
Right.
or I can make a song sound like I'm from PA. You know what I mean? So I just kind of stay with the flow of knowing how to rap and just kind of pick the beat. If somebody in this one says it's a nice beat, I write. I don't even know where it came from. You know what I mean? So
Right. Because a lot of the joints that I've heard you perform at 1836 have been some decent joints. Like and coming across the stage as a performer, um, like
But I'm hearing you talk about songwriting, mostly like lyricism. So, would you consider yourself more writer or more performer? Like,
I was just talking with my producer today that I'm actually working on the show business part of the deal because after you make the song, it's like you're only a musician while you're writing the song. You know what I mean? You're not a musician in front of thousands of people. You're actually an entertainer at that point. So I'm kind of switching over. Like, all right, you got the writing stuff down, you got the music down, now you got to perform it.
but you
Like,
want to be
you know what I mean?
you want to be a artist as well.
I want to be an artist, but it's like you're switching to the entertainer part, so you gotta
Right.
like learn moves and all of that.
Right. Absolutely.
You gotta dance and all that. So I'm like,
Interesting.
bro, I did enough songs. Let's just try to get a video out of the video, comes to dance and everything. I'm doing a little something that people want to see. So I'm like, let's go for it.
Nice. When did you get into music?
Music, man, 2013, 2014. My mom used to write. Shout out to her. She was nice, but I didn't really catch on. She was right. She was writing poems and raps. I kind of caught on after like 12, 13. Started writing a little bit, made my first song like 2014.
You know something? I just want to say something right quick. Man. He just made me feel like I was a child abused. Yeah,
Why?
because my pops had me doing music since I was like 6 years old.
That was a family business.
You know what I mean? I was in music school while I was playing. I was on music school. My music teacher was James Ntume. That's my music teacher, and I didn't know who he was. He was just Mr. Ntume. You know what I mean? And then he became, you know, this.
James and two.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But you said you was 13 years old.
Yeah, like 12, 13.
I was child abused, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you working for the family business. I don't know.
That's
But
It
you
was just
be
preparing you
who
from
are
young.
now, if not right.
Yeah.
Right? You'll be who you are. So.
But not only just starting at 13, you still had an influence, musical influence or poetry and stuff like that. But
Oh,
being
yeah, no,
from Southside Jamaica, you could walk outside the door and automatically run into some of the superstars. I think who was talking about that today? I was watching an interview with Steve Stout. He was talking about Southside Jamaica, just Jamaica in general. And we used to walk to the Coliseum and we see Run DMC
Yeah.
or LL Cool J or Onyx or even for that matter 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people talk about the Bronx, and we'll go there in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you about how
I'm
you feel
familiar
about,
with Papa Kill.
right. I'm gonna ask you about that in a second because I know as Queens guys, we have a certain feeling about the Bronx. We don't have an issue, but we have a feeling because listening to some of the interviews going back to Nas and some of those guys, that was what strengthened Queensbridge or Queens to become a part of borough when KRS-One did that Bridges Over Soul. As an artist coming from Queens, how did you feel about hip hop, like just coming into the game in the earlier parts of the stage?
I mean, I was around when it was outside. Like I was living next to where Run DMC from Run DMC from Hollis. You know, I was around when it was outside, but I couldn't stick with it because I was so young. I already had friends, but I'm like, my mom did music, but I couldn't really jump into it at that time. So I was just like, closest way to is like wear Adidas. You know what I mean? Wear a tracksuit if you want to be down with the hip hop gang and be around rappers, is look like them and then learn how to rap. You know what I mean? But I just started writing, and I'm like, all right, one day I go to the studio, and I went there, and they're like, yo, get in the booth. And they like what I did, and that was
how it happens. So.
yeah, it took off once I made one song. I knew how to write, but I'm like, I ain't recording that. But when they heard it, they was like, hold on, we gonna get you in the track. I'm like, all right, let's keep going. You got a studio session? I'm in. You know what I mean? It's been like that for the last 10 years. You got a studio session? I'm in.
You've been writing for other people as well.
Once or twice, not too many times.
I got a chance to meet your producer last time. You got to shout him out, definitely. That's
Oh.
a hard working dude.
Yeah, my man Filthy. That's Filthy.
Yeah.
He do produce a lot of my songs and stuff like that. I know how to produce. I let my little brother produce for me. It's just like if I feel like it's a good sound, he can produce it. But I've been working with Filthy the last 2 years. He's been doing his thing. I've been helping him with the ones and twos. You know what I mean? So it's my guy right now.
So coming up in the industry, any advice like you want to give artists that you experienced so far, like in the industry, anything that you experienced so far? Because it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot from the 2000s to 2013. Changed a lot because
My advice to if you get some info, like actually apply it quickly. You know what I mean? Don't like wait, like, oh yeah, I ran into this guy that do music, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna holler at him in 2 months because success do love speed, and a lot of things happen for me by actually moving quickly. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna wait till this guy coming back. It was like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and holler at him, and then I'm gonna knock this out, and then we get this done and do that. And before you know it, everything's just snowballing because I'm doing something. Don't really think you gotta wait on the info. If somebody got a feature going for the low, jump on. You know what I mean? Get it done. That way you got something done. One step. Just wait.
That's really good advice.
how where did the moniker realtor and rapper come? Where did that
Oh man, everybody like real estate.
come?
But I got out of real estate. I used to sell insurance, then I got over to notary, and I became a notary. And I'm like, man, hold on, I'm watching this guy sign all these real estate papers. You know what I mean? So I learned about the papers, and then I told myself, hold on, wait, all I need is to purchase 2 pages, and I can own this whole property. I'm watching this guy sign 180 pages. You know what I mean? So all I need is 2, and I can own this whole thing, no problem. So I finished watching him sign the deal, and I did that a few times. I'm like, all right, that's where I make my money from. Now I'm buying real estate a different way. You know what I mean? I'm not just like, oh, I need to get fix my credit, this, that, and the third. I'm like, should I say this on the radio
No,
station?
you good, you
This
good.
is some loopholes right here.
Right, you
Right, you gotta put in
don't
the
got
song.
no-
You know what I'm saying? This is some juice right here.
As
So I
long as
was,
it's legal.
yeah, it's legal. I just want to say a lot of people don't know about it. So I'm
Right.
like, as a notary, when I learned that, I'm like, all right, hold on, we can do that instead of this. But it's the tax deed way. Some people know about it, some people don't. It's when you purchase a property for about $1,500 from the courthouse. You know what I mean? And some of them you can walk in with the key and it's good to go. Some of them you got to fix and flip, but you all in it. Not really 4,500 closed in, and then you owe 180,000. That's like you own the whole thing after a few fees. You all in at $3,000. Your property, you changing the locks tomorrow, that type thing. So I started buying tax deeds as opposed to just like any way of real estate. Just like just own this, you can buy it for $400, $78. You know what I mean? And once you get in that lane of real estate, you want to stay in this. So I'm like, man, I ain't quitting rap. So I'm gonna just stick to both. And I'm like, I'm a rapper that do real estate. You know what I mean?
Because most rappers would figure, once they start rapping, that's their career. But you gotta have a job. You still gotta have a job. Even as a DJ, you still gotta have a job. Because those times come when you need that residual income or something else. But real estate, how did that just came out the box just out of nowhere, or you just research wise?
It came out the box because I started a little insurance business, but it took real estate to get like the guys around me started. I'm like, you see that empty office? I'm gonna rent it out, and we all gonna, you know what I mean? Like, work for me. I'm gonna show you how to sell insurance. They're like, all right. So I started paying rent there for a year straight. They just played around. I'm like, all right, so we gotta do something else for real estate. We're gonna stick to real estate, but not this. You know what I mean? So we moved from the brick and mortar thing, took everything online. So now we sell like ebooks and stuff online. And then I kind of just learned real estate as opposed to just like buying something and then messing up. I'm like, hold on, all you need to know is the paperwork. All you got to do is get on the paperwork and you good to go. So once I learned that, I kind of just kept at the studio stuff, you know what I mean? Because the real estate is there. It's not going anywhere with nobody. Grab probably tomorrow, you know what I mean? So make sure I got my music down and like studying this when I'm not at the studio.
That sounds like a well balanced formula right there.
Yeah, this is,
having that as a background, just real estate alone, can turn into something different. Once you start making money on music, you can use that as another investment. As far as taking that money that you make in music and put it into houses, and affordable homes, and stuff like that. I think that's super dope. That's a challenge. So as of writing music, the songs that I said that I've heard you do, all of them are kind of like they have like a kind of certain sound to them. Lyrics change up. Some of the lyrics talk about females, some of the things you talk about, things that you experienced. I mean, like I said, the climate of hip hop and rap now is not really jumping through the roofs. We have not had not one #1 single this year from hip hop or rap. The rap industry is suffering because we're seeing some of the titles in hip hop being taken down. How do you feel about, because people say independent, how do you feel about being an independent artist?
Me personally, just gotta invest, especially in yourself. You know what I mean? The people around me, they want to invest in me because I'm the artist and they like getting me to the next level. So I'm investing in myself even more. I'm not like putting stuff off. I'm like, man, we got to pay for some ads. We got to get this video out. We got to, you know what I'm saying, so we could get to the next level. Because as an independent artist, you ain't gonna get nowhere if nobody know you. And you got to have some money to even be an artist. You know what I mean? You got to pay for a little studio session. It could be $40. They ain't really trying to record you for free. So when you invest in yourself, you'll start seeing independent thing could go a long way if you like, let's say, come up a couple dollars from your job and you could pay for a feature. I mean, a feature gets you to the next level, but you got to invest. You ain't really gonna get there. Invest in yourself at least.
In addition to that, not only with the real estate company, not only being a rapper, you also starting to develop your own clothing line as well. So that as well.
Oh yeah, that's all about family and money. You know what I mean? That's ABF family doing a little stuff together. We got some people down NC working with us, getting the patches up here for us. And that way we can just put it on the merch and wear it out there. Because again, you want to invest in yourself. You don't want to be spending $1,200 on design if you don't got it. So just kind of wear your own thing, get the show done, and then you know what I mean. That's some content. And our letters look cool on merch too. So
I sort of, when you guys came, when you were the producer, actually, y'all came to 1836. I noticed y'all had one the best, and the best for already stamped
yeah,
uniform. It looked like y'all had a whole entire crew, but it was only you and the producer. But the fact that y'all had it uniformly, both of y'all had on the same type of vest, it kind of coincided. And then again, like you spending money on your own brand. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of times you go out, like I say, as a DJ, a lot of times I try to figure out what I'm gonna wear. So now by me having the ability to purchase from Mr. Perfecto, get t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and stuff like that, it makes more sense. So I don't have to go out and spend $200 on a t-shirt that says Gucci on it when I got a t-shirt that says DJ Extravagant. So I'm actually not only my branding myself, but I'm also basically supporting myself, and I'm also at the same time
Support another entrepreneur.
Right,
so you're just keeping the dollar
circulating,
circulating,
circulating the dollar within our community. So
as we're supposed to, as the other people do. But we learn it.
I think that's dope. I think that's dope. So we got more coming up from Praise Bible. Who's actually going to be here for a little while longer. And he's going to probably hang out with me tonight at 1836 and do some live performances over there tonight. So definitely appreciate you stopping by tonight and hanging out with us for a little while. Maybe ask you a couple more questions after, before we do. But anybody you want to give a shout out to, or you chat?
Shout out my little bro, Grab Me Savage. It's my little brother. He's the real rapper of the family. I'm just somebody trying to get him to the next level, but everybody around me think I can rap. But I'm like, little bro, just keep working. You know what I mean? My songs might sound good to you, but you got some songs. I was just like one of my favorite artists. You know what I mean, he don't know, but my little bro. You know what I mean? My team, ABFM, and Mama Love. You know what I'm saying? Bad boy, yeah.
You made it, Ma. You made it.
You on the radio?
He's on the radio, Ma. You made it. So, and without listen, like I said, we really give a shout out to my brother Jermaine and Sia also. Brother May, new project coming out with Mookie. Something you working on? Those stuff you working on?
MMA, yeah. Look, Melly, yeah, he's coming out with his project. I want to go into one thing first. So one, it's more than just a project, right? So when you have somebody who's been in the industry supporting people for years, managing, writing, producing songs, and you take a time out before it's all over and say, yo, I'm going to focus on myself, right? So it's time to be selfish. I think this is the year of being selfish, right? And T was around the other day when we were doing the listening session, and we were playing some of the songs, and the whole studio went crazy. So I know it wasn't just me, right? So it was something that I feel is going to be the next movement, the next vibe. He's my brother, my partner, right? So everything that we do as a partnership. Right? We probably met maybe a little less than 10 years ago, and it's probably been the best 10 years of my life, right? And you don't meet people in the old age, right? And still feel like they committed, they loyal, you can call them family members, right?
Amen
So
to that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it feels comfortable having that support as well. So, with us managing artists, it's been kind of easy. Everybody has a job to do. My job is to pound the pavement and shake hands and kiss babies. Mookie's job is to really put that music in a place where that nobody can live without it.
You've done that for us previously. I don't have to mention the name of the artist, but you've done that for us previously. But you've previously given us here at Gynesis Radio and UT South Carolina hits from several artists. We have done interviews with artists that you've represented over the years. And
they were produced by Mookie.
Right. But in addition to that, because I want to give you a little bit of credit. Because, sometimes people don't always get their flowers. But I want to make sure that I give you some credit because some phenomenal music that I'm able to play as a DJ, and a lot of times it's not always that easy to find music that catches people's ear. And I could say this is the third time. I could actually say this is the third time that I've tapped into something that you've done. Is it your music ear, or is it just your love for music? Is it your love for the business? What is it? Is it all everything together?
Well, let me say this. I think I have no talent, right? And when I say no talent, some people say that is a talent. You find talent,
Absolutely.
and that's the talent. But a lot of these things come my way. A lot of times I'm not even looking for it. I'll be honest with you. We were just on a call tonight, and there's a young lady who's going to be coming out shortly, and she just dropped a single, and her whole family got on a Zoom call, and they said, we want you guys to take care of our niece, right? And when you have a family foundation, right, so that means some energy brought them our way. So that means whatever we did, said, or how we acted in their presence said that I trust you enough to make sure that she has a great head start in this industry, because this could be a really hard place to be, right? Oh, for sure. I think about all the time. You got to be very sensitive, right? In that space when you're grooming or nurturing a female's arts, right? Because you got to worry about protect her from people. You got to protect her from herself.
Yep.
Now we have social media, right? So you got to protect them from that, because there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, right? And you have to prepare them mentally for what's in store for them, right? And if you don't tell them before it happens, when it happens, they're shocked. But if you prepare them for it before it happens, they're like a soldier ready for war, right? And that we try to use that method with a lot of people, but many of the artists that I had suffer from mental health, right? Issues or concerns, should I say. And I think I get attracted to those type of spaces because I try to fix things, right? And sometimes, when you got your own things that you're thinking about yourself and you see it in somebody else, you're like, well, I'm working on me. Let me try to work on them as well. And it just so happens to be around music.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because, like I said, you look at different interviews with different artists, and I can't remember who said it. There was an artist who said that most musicians and most creative people have the mental issues.
Yep.
Unfortunately, because they have to cross that boundary. Even like I said, even as a DJ, you sometimes you get bad, man. January, February, badass month for DJ.
Yeah.
You go into a deep level of depression because you're so used to creating and so used to DJing and being out in the open and playing music for people. That could be an issue. But even as an artist, you gotta break that line. You gotta break that line between what's creativity, what's reality, what's fiction, and what part of that of yourself that you're willing to express to other people. So that's a hard job.
It's funny you said that, right? So when you say reality, a lot of times artists are living their reality. It's the end result of what they want to happen. But a lot of times they don't have the behaviors or the characteristics or the consistencies of building that muscle to get them there, right? You may have all the talent in the world, but sometimes it takes an individual to streamline you and get you aligned where the stars above, right? So I give you an example. Somebody like Prince, people they say he was very different, but he also was calculated in everything he said, he did, how he dressed, and he was
Yeah,
very
a genius.
consistent, right?
He's a genius.
So
His own way.
yeah, and I think a lot of people get attracted to me in some cases of some of these artists that I've been affiliated with is because they need somebody to help them with something that they just can't do on their own.
But you sure it's not because you look like Suge Knight a little bit?
You know what I think it is?
I'm joking.
You have that father figure
Yes.
energy. You know what I mean? And most artists got daddy issues.
Well,
Most, believe it or not, they do. You know what I mean? And see, they see you, they see that confidence. You know what I mean? And they feel they can trust you. You know what I mean? And that's what draws people to you.
and you know that's a gift. Thank you, brother. And that's a gift and a curse, right?
Absolutely.
Because when you're playing daddy, when you're not trying to, right? Then they treat you like daddy, and whatever that relationship was with that daddy, they start to see you in that eye, and now you,
But you're in their eyes, you're the good daddy. No matter what their daddy was.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If they had daddy issues, you're the good daddy.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are the good daddy, man. I'm telling you that right now.
Thank you, brother.
You know, because after we had that thing upstairs that day, you know what? That young man that was in there, I ain't gonna mention his name. He was like, I like that brother there, man. You know what I mean?
Really,
I can work with him. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, You know, there it is. You know what I mean?
you know, but it like the gift and the curse. So being that type of figure in someone's life, I raised 3 daughters, right? And I have 2 of them that are like sharks. And I get nervous on how they're going to live their life because men are going to be challenged to be with them. So I say that to say, when I have an artist, I try to build. I had my daughters from ground up. I'm getting most of these people at the adult years, and someone to chip away at some of your opportunities and try to fine tune you. That can be the toughest job in the world. So some days is great days, feeling like somebody's dad, and then there's some days is terrible days. You say exactly right. So some artists, when you're being tough on them, they don't understand the end result of my toughness is the star that you're looking for. And this is the road you have to take to get there. Because if you think I'm tough, this world is a whole lot tougher, right? And if you get on the internet, you can have a song, you're about to put it out, and someone goes, that's whack. One person out of 200,000 people, you'd be like, man, I just put out a whack project, right? But if you're confident enough to feel good about what you put out there as a person, and you walk 10 feet tall, you're not going to have that problem. That's going to sound like white noise.
But see, you got a way with words, how to reach people. You know what I mean? Because me, I don't know out the gate. You're going to hate me.
Your communication style is not his communication.
Right, because I let them know I'm an asshole. Because you know what?
That's the tourist, the bully.
No, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. When I work with an artist, I'm a perfectionist, but I'm going to bring the best out. You know what I mean? You're going to, especially if it's a female, you're going to cry. You're going to go home. You're going to hate me. But when we get finished, you're going to hear that record. You're going to hear that song. And you're going to be like, thank you. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to bring the best out of you because I'm a perfectionist.
That's fair.
I let you know up front. Yeah, I'm a bit of an asshole.
Different styles, same goal.
Yeah.
Well, I come from very aggressive parents, right? But there was 2 things that helped me. Again, raising my daughters gave me the patience of a sniper, right? And the second one, working for Starbucks as a leadership manager, and understanding situational leadership is, being a servant leader. I've mastered that with people. And even when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I already know what they're going to say. I lead them to what they need to say so they can feel comfortable with the direction that I'm giving them. And that's worked for me. In the past, as you said, Suge Knight, I used to put my weight on everybody, but I wasn't getting nowhere fast with a lot of feared people, right? Now I just want to smile and make people happy, right? And I think when you take that approach, and that's the approach that I've been taking, it's disappointing sometimes, right? And you got to hold yourself accountable to say, you put yourself here, you have to be strong enough to withstand what's happening right now. But yeah, you've seen a few artists, and I choose to get artists on the spectrum because I think those are ones that are super talented. They just don't know how to communicate their talents. And having that perfect mixture of, I want to big up my partner all the time, Millie. And sometimes I get my lessons. I sit there and he tells me a whole nother perspective. And I'm like, man, you dropped some jewels on me, right? So, it's all about each one teach one. And I think that's the approach we take. But we'll know if somebody's, a star or not, right? When they shine. But not everybody makes it.
Your talent gets you through the door.
Yeah.
Your character keep you there.
Absolutely. Oh, brother. Yeah, they should make that a t-shirt, man.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Because you could bring 1,000 artists to the DJ booth, and it's only a few artists that's gonna come across in a manner like because I get people come to DJ booth all the time. Like, look, you play my joint. You ain't got SoundCloud. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. And you have to explain it to them. You have to explain to them it's a process.
Yeah.
With Serato alone is a process. So I had to kind of fall back and I had to learn things myself. Like you said, each one teach one. I didn't know what AirDrop was.
Yeah.
Who the hell know what AirDrop? I got a whole Apple computer sitting right in front of me, brand new state of the art. I didn't know what AirDrop was.
Yeah.
Amy had to kind of hit me to it. Like my grandson, literally, he's a producer. My grandpa, you gotta do this with the so you got to have an open mind, and sometimes it gets a little tedious. People kind of look at it like just being a DJ is just so easy. It's just all you do is just play music, but it's not just playing music. It's a level of musicianship that comes with it. Just like when me and Amy was talking like last week, we noticing podcasts. It's like 1,000 podcasts. Everybody doing podcasts.
Millions.
Coming saturated, so much
Absolutely
saturated.
nothing.
But I think, and maybe you told me this when we was having a conversation. I think what separates us from other people is that we have content and we allow the guests to actually give us the content.
Right.
Like over talk out guests.
And it's not a spectacle.
Right.
We're actually here to talk about.
Right. We're not trying to shame people. We don't have no drama.
We get a little shady sometimes.
Right,
But,
yeah,
we keep it cute.
Right. We keep it very professional. But at the same time, we switching from the artistry and working with music and working with artists. I had the opportunity of working with you at one of the biggest comedy shows here in the Poconos when we did at Bushkill Falls.
Yep.
And we did at Bushkill Falls right up the hill from you. That weekend was nuts.
Yeah.
That was a nuts whole weekend. And also I got a chance to work with you along with Mr. Freddie Ricks as well in Queens. We was in Southside Queens.
Yep.
And leading up into this weekend, we have a comedy show coming up this weekend.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about it, right? So we normally do something every year, and it's called Scorpios and the Poconos. So, I'm sorry?
You missed it last night.
Some of people.
I'm sorry. I haven't done a good job promoting
I
it.
will
If
not
you haven't
miss
heard
it.
it.
I haven't, but I want to know more.
But right around that time, to be honest, to give Amy a little bit of credit, she was like underground.
Okay.
I'll be out of town.
She wasn't here.
I borrow sometimes.
Yeah, she's a road runner.
Well, Mimi, we do this Scorpios and the Poconos is usually in November, and all of Harlem and all of the Bronx come up and they want to see where I live, right? So I bring them up here and we just take over the whole resort, and then we'll have a party on Friday We'll have a gathering, early Friday, Saturday. It's always the comedy show, and then Saturday night it's a party. We had the sneaker ball last year.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
And this year, because last year went so well, they wanted to have something a little bit sooner. So we put something like, it took us like maybe 7 weeks to put this together. We rented out the Shawnee Inn Golf Resort, which is right on River Road, and it's going to be tomorrow. Actually, buses will start arriving around 11 o'clock. We rented out the entire resort. We're going to be doing a party on Friday. We're going to do a meet and greet 3 to 5, and then from 8 to 1, we're going to do rep your team. Everybody's going to wear their basketball, football, baseball, whatever team that you like to rep. We have some of the hottest DJs. We have, Genesis own. We have Hot Sauce. He's going to be opening it up on Friday during the meet and greet, and also the first half of the 8 o'clock rep your team show, or should I say party. And then on Saturday, we have a comedy show from 2 to 5. We got Sean Harvey and friends. We even got a local comedian who's going to open up for us. Her name is Tessa. She actually started out with just 5 minutes and then called me and said, "How about 10?" She said, "Can you give me 5 more?" And I'm like, you know what? So we're going to give her 15 minutes and Tessa's going to knock it out the park. But then Saturday night, we go into our pajama party. We all get together. Some people going to have on some silk. Some people going to just have on a white beater and some pajama shorts, right? But we're going to come together and we're going to party the rest of the night. And then Sunday, everybody goes home until we get ready for our next thing.
Not
A lot of fun.
to cut you, but I want to give a big shout out to Sean Harvey. I'm definitely going to give him one more pull and a shout out to Sean Harvey. One of the hardest working comedians that I've met in the Poconos. Fortunately for me, when I first came to the Poconos, that was one of the first people that I met.
Mm-hmm.
I literally met Sean Harvey. That was the first person I met. I went, boom. He was like, "Yo, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you scratching? You got radio, right? Yeah. All right, we hook up with the go. And just listening to his act, I was at we call it Fernwood.
Yeah.
Which they changed the name, my old job. We was over there and he was just making jokes about the Poconos, about how the lifestyle of the Poconos was, like how you have 4 or 5 bedrooms and you only go in 2.
Yeah.
Or you have clothes in this bedroom that's collecting cobwebs and all that. And I never really actually understood what he was talking about until I moved up here and see that half of the stuff you don't even use, man. Stuff just getting cobweb. But big shout out to Sean because I actually spoke to him a couple of days ago. He was going to call in this evening, but he's a little bit busy tonight. So he said he'll definitely be chopping up with us another time.
You know what's good about Sean, though? How I met Sean is about 10 years ago. When I first moved here to the Poconos, any flyers I seen, I gathered all the flyers. I sat in my office in my house, and I called every promoter on the flyer. "Hi, my name is so-and-so. I just moved here. I would like to do something with you." And a lot of people just ignored me. Some people did get back with me. But Sean Harvey is one of the people that called me. So I was able to get him on my shows, the Underground Jokers Comedy Experience, where we do a podcast and then they do 20 minutes on stand-up. And when I heard his story during that podcast, I had a newfound respect for him as a hustler. So that's one of the reasons why we always kind of fall back and call Sean Harvey when we're in the pickle.
Super dope. So coming up this weekend, make sure everybody that's in the Poconos, if you're in the East Stroudsburg area, it's not just for the Bronx and for Harlem. If you're from Queens,
and New Jersey, and Philly.
Everybody, like I
Not
said,
from PA, be there.
yeah, and if you're from PA, please make sure you step in the building because a lot of events, right? A lot of events, people come out, but they, the weather's breaking. It's getting better, so.
Yeah, but a lot of local people say there's nothing going on in the Poconos.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we're going to bring
$1.
something going on coming to the Poconos, right?
It's a lack of awareness, as with everything. People don't know. They just don't know. The area's too big. There's too much woods in between us. You know, we got to have a channel that we're all connected to.
The biggest problem is most of the people that live here are extreme commuters.
Agreed.
And the extreme commuters, they go out maybe once a month. Maybe twice. After that, they tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna stay home and enjoy that house with 5 bedrooms on it that they only use 2.
Right.
That's their problem.
That's a part of it too.
And then another point to that is some people don't even have to leave their damn house. You know, because I've DJed in houses where it's a whole nightclub in the damn basement. They had a whole damn nightclub, or the front of or the back of their house, or the backyard, or
you can do that out here. You don't got neighbors for half an acre, acre and a half.
Yeah, they don't gotta go to Roxy's. They got Roxy's right there in their backyard. They don't gotta go nowhere.
That's funny because my daughter, we had a birthday party for her in the dining room when we were cutting the cake, and I posted it, and someone texted, "Yo, it looks like 60 people in your dining room," and I didn't even, I start to count, and I'm saying, this is big, right?
Right.
But up here is what we used to. Now,
Right.
coming from the Bronx, it was something different.
Right.
Yeah.
They're very different from a project apartment to, moving on up like the Jefferson. And like I said, it was a strange change for me, but coming up here, I met some very, very influential people, some very, very intelligent people, some business-minded people, and I'm staying. I don't plan on going back to
I love it here.
As do I feel like.
I don't plan on, and like I said, I ran into somebody today that literally called us the 6th borough. And it's funny because me and Amy will always joke about that. We were talking about that like last year.
6th borough, 7th borough,
Right,
whatever.
6th borough, 7th borough, and we was joking about it. And to hear somebody actually say it, that means I know we're doing our
We're
job.
on to something.
I know we're doing our job. And in addition to that, last week, I think amazing, I think you said you had your first sighting in the supermarket.
Oh yeah. I had my first celebrity sighting. Like somebody spotted me. Like I was a celebrity. I was like, oh wow, that's nice. So apparently you get some traction, which is great. But we here to, put the people on to what's going on in the 6th borough.
And in addition to that, Jermaine, also you just added your name to the pop unity in the community as well.
Oh man, so I had the first meeting yesterday, and I was so excited. I think I was just overzealous, right? And I want to help the community, right? People always talk about they want to give back. A lot of times people are busy, right? And I know that's my thing, but I'm learning how to dial back on the important things. And one of the important things is for me to bring this community together. So when I seen the vessel already on its way, it's been going on for 2 years, and I felt, like I've neglected my part and my role in trying to assist in any way possible. But to take my time out to say, hey, if I can add value in any way during this day, it's important to me. So I asked to have, just a little segment of the show. I'll be there all day, but I really want to give back, and I want to focus around mental health and specifically suicide. So, and I think when we have all different types of people, all different ages, this is a good platform for us all to hear the same message in real time. You know what I'm saying? So I figured that if, I called out to TP and said, yo, T, can I get down? And it was great because he welcomed me with open arms. And sometimes when people got the engine going, they're like, nah, you wasn't with us when it started, right? But I didn't get that at all. He said, absolutely. And that's all. That right there meant a lot for me.
You already know, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm inclusive, man, not exclusive. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your energy is like, it is what it is, man.
It's right in with the vibe.
You remind me of me. I'm just the guy that's I'm the bad version of you.
Hey, 2 sides of the same coin.
You know what I mean? I'm the bad version.
Yep.
I'm the guy that's the asshole with the artist. You the good guy. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Because you would need a TP in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
You would need that because, like you said, man, it is difficult dealing with artists. Like I said, I deal with from a perspective of a DJ, and that's enough for me. That's enough.
And like all artists need to go through a boot camp. Y'all need to come together and make an artist boot camp.
Run would tell you for years, I would not work with female artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you know what? You invest so much money in them, so much time with them. You know what happens? They get pregnant. They get a boyfriend, right? And they have great talent, and they be ready to go. And then all of a sudden, you can't get them to work anymore because the boyfriend think that somebody trying to dig in his cream. Dude, she's a commodity to me. She's nothing more than a commodity to me.
But TP, a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. And I think there's a very thin line that people don't understand. Like, and I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna go ahead and be blunt. I'm not gonna offend anybody, but I would never try to talk to a major. I'm just saying, I'm just saying out of respect. I
Right,
would never
there's
try to
a-
talk to a major. Not only because she's a phenomenal individual, she knows my wife, but because we have a continuity that works for us on the station. That works for us. So when I used to do radio, and prior to me doing radio before, I would always have a female co-host. Always had a female co-host because I felt like that particular chemistry would always work on my platform.
Yep.
But I would never, ever,
It's like invisible lines that normal people know are invisible lines, you know?
But when you do that,
right?
Right.
But some people don't get it. You know, they want to make you think.
those but female artists, she be wanting to work.
Right.
Crunchy Black,
Right.
he don't get it. Look,
Right.
me and Amy had a moment in the gym, right? We was in the gym, right? She had Farnsworth Bentley, right? We in the gym. He would be mean mugging me. Now we in the gym. I'm like, come on, this is just Amy here. You know what I mean? And it started at your party.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Because this dude was an L7.
We never talk about this no more. Anyway.
We were talking about it. But
we know.
That's my point. It's the same sound.
There's certain behaviors you look out for.
Yeah.
You see it, you identify it, like, okay.
But like you said, just to draw back in, there's just certain areas as creatives,
Yeah.
DJs, producers, that we can't cross because automatically it's gonna
Decrease everything.
totally just destroy that relation. And
Look at Bill Clinton.
No, it even back further, like you were saying, being in Starbucks. And I always attribute my business acumen back to where, I started at in restaurants. It was, man, some of the females was bad. I had to hire them. And when I hired them, I had to make a choice. I had to make a decision.
Well, you better than me, strategy. I couldn't work beside her every
I was
week.
I was a young one too.
I'm sorry.
But think about it though. When from that standpoint, from the business standpoint, mess with the girl that worked at the register. She starts stealing money from the register.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen every time you
What's
you
gonna happen?
play those lines.
So you're gonna have to explain to the boss, but why your register is short and why we missing 15 roast beef sandwiches and curly fries. Shorty,
Food home for the whole family.
you should have took food home for the kid and everything. The whole neighborhood got Harvey's apple turnovers and everything. And you sitting there looking like boo boo the fool because you decided to delve into.
You know what the old saying is? Don't mess with the help. Don't mess with the help, man.
You gotta have some type of disdain or some type of respect.
The word is
for your craft.
boundaries.
Your craft.
You know?
And like you said, TB, it is hard working with female artists because of those things.
Oh, yeah.
Because of those particular things.
Especially when you are financing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you can't throw good money after bad money. And your time is valuable. And a lot of people don't know how to put a value to their time. And you can't get your time back. You know what I mean? Especially when you are developing an art, when you're turning nothing into something. You know what I mean? And you get them right there.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like you say, Mike, she ready. Right? Talk about Mike Brown. Mike, she ready. Everybody's excited. And all of a sudden, now she you can't produce her, you can't deliver her. Because this dude, she in love. He in his feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, what am I gonna do now? You know what I mean?
That tends to happen a lot. But I think when you dating that artist, that's what I'm gonna call it. You gotta date their boyfriend too.
You know what?
Right? Keep them involved, right? Because as soon as you have them separate from the conversations and the interactions and where they're going, and that's when
You
they
become
feel
God.
like, yo, right? But if you invite him to everything and to dinner and all that, and just
Make it
have him,
special.
yeah, you know. Now he's like, yeah, we keep taking us both out, right? Now
Yeah,
you're calling
yeah.
both of them.
You try to
Yeah.
you try to do that, right? That sounds good, but you know, sometimes you can't go everywhere.
Yes,
You
you're
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I said before, I got the band.
Mhm.
Them guys down in Florida. You know what I mean? Okay, you can go down there and work with them in Florida. You know, he can't go because he's a distraction.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They need your undivided attention, and you need to go down there and work with them.
getting her all upset, arguing with her,
Right.
and crying.
And yeah, you know what? When it's stuff like that, that's where the problem comes in. That's when you become chinks in the armor. Because when you're local and he could be in the studio right there and everything's fine. But then when you get to that next level,
Yeah,
right? Because sometimes, you know, when she got to go work with the other producers and a lot of people don't want they want closed sessions. They don't want other people there. You know what I'm saying? Because they want
Make it work.
undivided attention. You know what I mean? Because guess what? It's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes when a female artist gotta go get that note, some people are like, yo, hold up. No, you gotta do that again. You know, they don't want to keep punching.
Yep.
Go get it. You know what I mean? He might not like that. You know what I'm saying? So closed session. He can't come. That's a chink in the armor. Now
Yeah.
he thinking, what's she down there doing? He FaceTime. He on the phone. You know what I mean? You feel me?
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
It started out good, but then you'd be surprised how many jokers is insecure.
Well, for sure.
You know what I mean? That's my biggest fear. You know what I mean? That'd be the biggest fear, bro.
Coming into the back to the comedy show going down this weekend. Said our DJ Hot Sauce from Gynesis Radio. Big shout out to DJ Hot Sauce. He's gonna be there. We got two other DJs.
Yeah, we got Chris Love. We got also DJ Kool-Aid.
Nice.
And you know, a lot of these, you know, my other partner Will from Play the Game, you know, he does maybe
Shout out to Will.
yeah,
Will.
he does like
Reminisce
man.
Sundays. Reminisce Sundays is crazy.
Reminisce Sundays. He does brunch in Mexico, the restaurant, every other week, every Friday in Edge. It's, you know, he's been doing this for a long time, right? So you got to have a dedicated crowd to come out to 3 of your events every week,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
See, I've been
Right.
telling him, it's not
Yeah.
easy. It ain't easy. It's
Yeah.
not easy.
And then my other partner, Doug B, he's going to be helping us out on this getaway weekend, and also Rob Jackson. I believe Rob Jackson also has a getaway week. It's going to be on a cruise for New Year's Eve, and he got everybody on there. I mean, he got like at least 6 comedians and at least 7 DJs, Will Trax, Willie Black, just a few people. So there's a lot happening in the farmhouse, should I say?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And speaking of farmhouses, coming up in the spring, more things planned, of course.
Absolutely. So Luca Millie, my business partner, Luca Millie, is going to be releasing a single. We got a few singles coming out. So we got 4 singles being dropped one after another, and the first one is going to be called Your City.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh my God. Oh my God.
it's an anthem, right? It's an anthem.
His reaction.
Yeah. If you really love and respect where you from, it's your song. Absolutely.
Just like that.
Slamming like the Heroes and Poncho store.
Yeah. I let go ahead.
So here,
Yes, he can. Go ahead.
last week. Phenomenal set, by the way, last week.
Yeah.
We like that joint.
Oh, you let it fly. You let it fly.
Just 1836. I wanted to get their opinion.
Let it fly.
We had a nice crowd that night and had a phenomenal set that night. And man was like, yo, strap. Because like I said, I'm thankful for being person that I am. Because a lot of DJs, again, man, they don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't do it. I don't care. I'm not going there. I'm not going to say that. A lot of DJs, you can walk up to them with a hot song and they won't play it. They will not play it. They don't have access to the internet. They can't download it. They won't search for it. They don't have that.
They don't know how to airdrop.
They don't know how to airdrop. None of that.
Look, that joint was blazing so hot upstairs.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. Source One and everybody almost had that. Am I lying?
And it wasn't even mastered yet. But
That night, everybody almost had that. You know what I mean? It was like pump your brakes.
I put the JBL on the floor for that joint so that you can hear the you can hear it so hard, and everybody was just like, look at that. Wait a minute. And then I'll let it go again, and you just see the whole crowd. They just shifted. The whole crowd just shifted like to the DJ booth.
Well, I already had visions of next year's NBA All-Star game. I already had visions already of next year's NBA All-Star game.
Barbecue.
The All-Star game. The All-Star game.
Definitely backyard barbecues. Definitely summer anthem. Definitely in rotation at UTSL Network.
You be going that crazy.
That's
I
awesome. Shout out to my little brother Shelby, the owner SJ Presents, and also the president of Black Promoters Collective. They let it fly in Barclays on the Love a Hard tour, right before the.
You might have heard it. Oh no, it was at it wasn't at Barclays. It was on the Twitter.
it was at Barclays, and
they did that last week.
Yeah, and DJ Mike Neasy was just about to let it fly, but everything just got so crazy for the gear up. You know, Keisha Cole came out sooner than we expected, so only a portion of it was played, and it was enough for me to feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
he's a good dude. So I did SOBs with these, and we did the R&B and SOBs with Jay Chosen, High Five, Intro. Big shout out to Mike D. That's a good dude. That's a real good dude.
Yeah.
Real good dude. I ain't even hear you. I'm excited. Yeah, because we might want to go drive by.
I think I might.
Depending on it.
We gonna go in there.
More things to come from Jermaine, comedy.
So it's MME Entertainment, and you're gonna be seeing a performance we're gonna be putting together on May 4th in the city. We have a few more things. We're going to be dropping the first single, which is Your City. And I think it's going to be a vibe that we're going to have for the rest of the summer. Or should I say the summer to come.
Nice.
And creates more performances at 1836 Saloon. More music coming this spring. EP coming soon.
Definitely EP coming soon. 12.
I feel good. I feel good that you're from Southside Jamaica. I feel good that you're from Southside because we're getting a different spin on music coming from that side. God Cosmo bigged you up. Remember Cosmo?
Yeah, definitely.
Where in Southside?
Liberty, up and down, God boy.
Over there with True and them, True and Malik and all of them, light skin Malik, every seven Malik and them. That'll be there. And you know my nephew Slugs also, Troy Slugs.
Yeah, definitely.
Slugs mentioned you also. Slug with the Don, his son.
Yeah.
That's his son. That's my nephew's son. Slug with the Don.
Okay.
So they mentioned you also. So Teardrops also mentioned you in Teardrop Studios.
Okay.
Also. So heavy do. I'm looking forward, like I said, glad that you're here, the Poconos. And I got a chance to work with you, glad I got a chance to meet you. Look forward to more performances at 1836 Saloon. Anybody want to make any shout outs before we get a chance to leave or before
social media?
Social media.
IG, Craze Viral, new ebook out now, new music out now, all platforms.
You can check out MME Entertainment on the YouTube. You're going to have that on Instagram. You can check out Look Millie on Instagram, or you could check in with SJ Presents or Black Promoters Collectors for the next tour to come.
Anything?
Echo 570 coming soon. Echo 570 is my platform that I'm launching to bring awareness to the social events in the Poconos. So it's going to be like lifestyle, entertainment content. The Echo stands for engage, connect, organize, and highlight, organize.
Nice.
Engage, connect, highlight, organize 570. So that's coming real soon. Got the website up. I'm going to start working on getting some businesses, getting some, interviews done, some content written. So that'll be coming for the summer as well. So I'll be covering everything that everyone's doing in a place that everybody can go see it and know what's happening.
Nice.
That's the vibe.
Nice. So you can't say that when you come. So you can't say that when you come to the Poconos, there's nothing to do because there's gonna
and
be.
if you live here, you can stop saying there's nothing to do. We're gonna tell you what's going on.
Because we got places for the grown folks. We got IQ Cigar Lounge on Wednesday nights. They're doing live jazz.
Everything here.
You got one of the biggest water parks in America in the Poconos. And then, of course, like I said, you have 1836 Saloon on
We have
Thursday
amazing
nights.
small businesses, amazing service providers, entrepreneurs. There's so much tucked away. It's just that people don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna try to bring some more awareness to that. What I'm doing, so I'm excited.
And coming the last Friday of every month, I'm going to be switching it up at 1836 Saloon. So you'll be able to come every last Friday. DJ Strategy on the ones and twos. I'm going to do a reggae night. I'm going to do a Latin night. I'm going to do a hip hop night. I'm going to do a night. I'm going to do,
Culture night.
all the way through the whole entire summer, all the way until, the fall. That's
I'm going to be outside.
every last Friday of the month, and of course every Thursday night at 1836 as well. Tonight is our first night that we're doing the lip sync battle. I wanted to add a little bit of camaraderie from the crowd. I wanted to give the crowd a little bit involved, a little bit of interaction from the crowd. So tonight is going to be our first lip sync battle. So if you're outside tonight, you want to sing along to your favorite song, just come to the saloon tonight. The microphones are working. I have the instrumental versions. If you don't want the instrumental version, you can sing along to the song whichever way you want to. And we're going to start giving away grand prizes at the end of the next cycle. Tonight is our first night. So if you have anything on your mind that you want to sing, make sure you come to the DJ booth, talk to DJ Strategy. Of course, be humble, be respectful, of course, because it's musicianship going on. I might be playing the violin or doing my brand new remix to Beyonce's song. This ain't Texas, whatever, Texas Home. Got a remix for that. I'm gonna be letting that go tonight. Oh, wait till you hear it. It ain't got nothing to do with that country. This ain't Texas. This is the Poconos. And watch what I do. Phenomenal. I ain't even let it go yet. You'll hear it tonight. Also, I did a remix last week to 16 Candles. From that album as well, 16 Carriages. I did a remix of that. And then I also did remix to Mooney Long with the down south beat. And I did that.
Nice.
Yeah, that was heavy. And then we went straight into.
When you dropping your SoundCloud?
I don't know. I don't. Amy, I wanted to do stuff on SoundCloud, but it's funny because the way that the industry is now, it's gonna go directly on the website. So make sure you take a look. Take a look out for Power to Minds LLC. The website is coming again. Like we almost finishing up. Juan is on his work. He just went to Florida. On his way back when he get back. The hardest working Jamaican, other than amazing Amy.
We got 6 jobs.
Vaughn HD, big shout out to him, and Baby Lady. That's his daughter. That's who's always on the phone, Baby Lady. Always on the phone. Big shout out to Vaughn HD. Big shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Also, big shout out to all of our Gynesis Radio affiliates. Brother Ron, Brother Kendall, Brother Hot Sauce, as well as the most interesting DJ Rudd, and everybody else on the Gynesis Radio station. Big shout out to y'all. Continue to do a great job. I'll see y'all again next Thursday night. Make sure you show up because I'm bringing panchitas,
We're gonna have food, y'all. So
authentic Spanish food. Now, one thing about Frances, and I can tell you this, we've been friends for almost 20 something years. One thing she does, she keeps her word.
I love that.
So she's definitely coming.
And she can cook.
And she can cook. So, and she's bringing us some non-pork items also, but
Lovely.
definitely going to be here next Thursday night. Make sure you tune in for that because we're going to be. I ordered yours. I ordered your penne with your rice and peas on the side. Es un boricua, dominicano aquí. But I know he got a little Spanish in him, so a little Spanish in him. So I gotta make sure he got his you know, his portico.
Yeah, I was going
I was going to in his portico. Yeah, I got it. So make sure you tune in next Thursday night, UTS Summer Network. And please make sure you follow us on Instagram. The numbers is up on the UTSL. Yeah. Make sure you follow us on UTSL, the network, for more show updates, more things to come, and our recap of the show on Thursday night. You can check out some of the recaps on UTSL, the network. Thank you very much. We'll see y'all again soon. And if Gynesis Radio is not on your radio station, your radio is not on. I stole that. I'm taking it. I'm using it. I'll see y'all again next Thursday night. Peace.
Peace.